on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Black 15! Watch the curl! Watch the curl! Shoot! Check 3! White!
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Hey, 79! 79! Check 24, check 24. Pilot, 64, weak. Round. Hey, Charlie.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson, the intended target. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week, it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. What? Red!
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
Right there.
What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
Hey, 79! 79! Right! Right, hot!
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Switzer on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 35 on second down, Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Charger drive about to get going. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with his field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest, because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
Second and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of his end zone, Rivers. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Double time.
We're scoreless after one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. He's at the 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 78 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
230. Alert. Here we go, team. Here I come.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4. He already has 2 sacks.
Who was supposed to block him? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
This time Taylor will throw. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Gregory, 90, 180. 98 for Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. White, 89.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
That one 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Taylor hit. He lost. lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
White 80. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Right back to Connor here on first. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Back, like 20. 65.
On first down, Connor. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Big stop, let's go.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Like 30. 52 right here. Let's set it tall, fellas. Let's set it tall.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, a run with Connor. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Black 15, red downtown.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Got his man. It's Williams. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right, because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback, leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready, the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, tight. It's free.
Taylor. Now he's forced out left. And his pass incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rivers hands off to Eckler, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Going top shelf for... And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Connor going to try and run it. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offense.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
230. I'm coming for you. Black and turn.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 10. Alert, alert. Greystone, grab it.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Rivers pass on target to Hunter Henry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Left to right.
From the red zone now, Rivers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Switch.
Throwing now is Taylor. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now it's Taylor. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. Badgley able to punch this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it is strictly for pride.
On 1st down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some not quite as good Big Ben days. But they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So for Pittsburgh,
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, pulling up gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, oh devil.